Welcome into Friday's edition of the Big 12 Minute. I'm your host, Annabelle Stefan, alongside Mitch Gerber. Mitch, college basketball, the Big 12 playing some really strong basketball right now. A fun fact, 9 out of the 10 teams within the conference have played overtime games in conference play this year. Kind of crazy.
That's, a ridiculous stat, but a fun stat at the same time. I've got my eyes on a few games this weekend, specifically Baylor at West Virginia. Both teams playing well. West Virginia, always a tough place to go in and get a win. So that's one matchup to watch, but then it's going to be Oklahoma at K-State. I think this plays as a little bit of a trap game for the Sooners because K-State always normally pretty tough at home. They haven't been phenomenal this season, but could be a scary game for the Sooners.
Yeah, it's interesting if you look across the board from 1 to 10, all of the teams within the conference are playing really well on the national level, and really, any game could go to any team. It really just depends on the night.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's such a deep conference from top to bottom, and that's why it is the #1 conference in the country, and there's no other argument that should even be out there because we saw it last weekend with the Big 12 SEC Challenge, where the Big 12 won 3 straight years of that challenge, and it's just so deep. It's so fun to watch night after night. You mentioned 9 out of 10 teams going into overtime games this season, so it's ridiculous, and as we head to March, it's only going to get more fun.
And it's made for a lot of late night viewing. But on the women's side, there's also some very talented teams. One that we want to preview their matchup this weekend, number 6, Texas.
Yeah, Texas is going to travel to Ames up to Iowa State. Bill Finley's always had his team upset one of those top-ranked teams year after year, so I kind of feel like Texas might be in a little bit of trouble this weekend. Bill Finley, like I said, always has his teams ready to go, so we'll see what happens up in Ames.
Baseball season also starting up kind of crazy. It's still cold outside, but looking ahead to the spring, those preseason polls coming out. Another sport in which all of the teams in the conference could win it. In the past 5 years, there's been a different conference champion every year.
Yeah, I got warm vibes just thinking about baseball outside. Obviously, a lot of places in the Midwest, there's snow right now, but TCU gets the top of the preseason poll again this season. They're looking to make their 3rd straight College World Series appearance. They're just talented from top to bottom. They're kind of younger this season, but after TCU, it's Oklahoma State and then Texas. So 4 points separated the top 3 this season, so it's going to be a fun year on the baseball field.
So a lot of exciting things to look forward to. Make sure to keep it at big12sports.com for all of the latest, where you can find schedules, information, and anything you need. Alongside Mitch Gerber, I'm Annabelle Stefan for the Big 12 Digital Network.